Here. Okay, here we go. Come on in, folks. Come on in. You got to make some movement, Brad, so people come on in. Come on in. Come on in. The water is fine. Or as the Germans would say, the Wasser ist sehr gut.
Oh, you've been studying, Bob.
No, I'm a little German. I'm 100%
nice
German.
job.
I know my words. Hi, folks. I'm Bob Schrupp, physical therapist.
Brad Heineck, physical therapist.
Together we are the most famous physical therapists on the internet.
In our opinion, of course, Bob.
Hey, Brad, we're going to talk about what exactly is foam rolling and why should I do it? Not I. Why should you do it? We realize, Brad, this has been such a big part of our life, foam rolling. We think everybody knows what it is. But
Right.
they don't.
Right.
So,
I mean, it was for us, we got them in our living room, we got them at work, we
yeah.
got them in our bedroom.
So this is a family show, Brad. Don't be talking about that stuff. All right. So what we're going to do, we're going to go ahead and go over our program first. This is what we usually do. And then we're going to, afterwards, we'll take questions and answers after we've done our program. By the way, if you are new to our channel, and especially on YouTube, please take a second to subscribe to us. We provide videos how to stay healthy, fit, and pain-free, and we upload every day. Also, if you haven't already, or if you're joining us on Facebook, hi, nice to see you. If you haven't been on Facebook already, join us there. We're Bob and Brad. We're going to give out positive vibes to all of you who join us on that setting.
It's going to be a big day in your life.
It's a big day. So, Brad, what else am I missing? Am I missing something else? Oh, yes. I know what I'm missing. We're giving away.
I was wondering if you were holding off.
We're going to give away OPTP. That sounds like a weird an acronym. Actually, it is, but it's OPTP. They gave us a couple of foam rollers to give away to our people out here.
These are the latest ones.
These are the latest ones. So instead of a 6-inch foam roller, they're actually 4 inches.
And these are flexible. They have a little more give, and they just have some different qualities. We're going to go through that in the video.
Yeah, and so we're going to give one today live on Facebook. We're going to give it.
Yeah.
And then one of them is there's a post on Facebook right now. If you go in there and like it, you're in that contest. That one we'll probably give away in a couple days.
Sure.
So are we clear?
Yeah, we're
clear as mud.
Yep.
All right. So let's start off, Brad. First, why are you even doing a foam rolling? Because you are trying to stretch both muscle and down they go. They're trying to stretch both muscle and fascia. Fascia is this tough fibrous material that goes all around your muscles. It goes in between the muscles. It goes into the bone.
It holds your body together.
Yeah, it helps hold it together. And it can give you problems, actually, if it's not stretched out sometimes.
Right. If it gets stiff and it's not pliable, your body gets stiff and unpliable, then that creates pain and all kinds of problems can lead into that.
Yeah, just as of late, over the last couple of years, you've had some really high-profile athletes that have really come out and endorsed both foam rolling and some of them even just use one player here, right here. I brought this article out. It was called Staying Young. And this is a Timberwolf. He plays basketball for Minnesota, and his name is Jamal Crawford, and he's 38 years old and still playing at a high level. I mean, he looks like a young kid out there.
He's playing pro ball.
He's playing pro NBA basketball.
And he's not a bench warmer.
No, not at all. He plays. Actually, I think he's just been traded, but he had a lot of significant time with us, and he uses a softball. But the same idea. He's trying to create muscle pliability. The other one that's even more high profile is Tom Brady, New England Patriots. He's got a whole book on this, TB12. I always forget. It always screws me up when the way this is pronounced. Wow. But
why, Bob?
Why, yeah. Anyway, so he's got a whole book on it, and he goes on and on about muscle pliability, and he really attributes this to the fact that he's been able to play at such a high level. He's 40 or 41 now, Alex.
I don't know.
He doesn't know.
One way or another, for those people who aren't football fans, he's a quarterback, 40 years old, and he's very good. Whether you like, the Patriots or not, it testifies because this is one of his primary exercise tools on a daily basis.
He actually uses a vibrating one of these.
Sure.
And we had one of those, but we don't have it right now because someone's using it. So
we've got to. Yeah,
so benefits, increased blood flow. It's going to increase your range of motion. As you get older, you want to be able to maintain mobility in your joints. This is the way to do it. Increased muscle pliability. You're going to decrease injury rates, and you're going to increase in performance, in athletic performance.
But Bob, I think the big thing is they want to see us use them.
Right.
Okay.
So let's go ahead and get started. We got some different sizes here. This is the normal 6-inch foam roller. This is a nice one because it is a little bit softer.
Right.
Show a harder one there, Brad.
Now, the color typically designates how the density. So the black ones are the densest, or the most aggressive. And if you use this one and you use this one, you'll feel it. You're going to sink into this one a little bit. It's a little more comfortable. But some people like to be more aggressive on their muscles. Usually a younger person, more athletic, is going to tend to gravitate towards the black
I would
one.
also say if you're heavier.
Sure.
Because you might, really squish down on some of these,
Right.
especially the smaller ones. But if you're not, I mean, I weigh 200 pounds, and that works really well for
Sure.
me. You didn't like that one as much, did you? The softer one.
No. But again, it's individual. You just have to try them out. But I think you'll be safe if you go with one like this one.
Or the new ones, I really do like these, Brad.
The 4-inch.
They're a little bit less expensive, and we'll have links down below for these. We have to buy these. We don't have them on Facebook yet, but we'll have them after the show. We have them on YouTube right now. This one I've just become somewhat of a fan on. This one's a little bit denser. So again, 4-inch. So you can choose between the 4-inch, the 6-inch, and some of them even have like what do you call this, corrugated, Brad?
Right.
I don't know if you can point that out here.
It works into the muscles a little more aggressively.
Yeah.
They make them. That's a 12-inch one. That's that special. Who makes that one?
Black roll. And
Black
this is the one that they actually have a device that goes inside and it vibrates. It's really kind of cool.
It gives quite a massage.
Yeah.
And then they also make 18-inch one too. OPTP does. And you'll see how this
We used
goes.
to buy these and just cut them in half.
Sure.
And
Well, yeah, you'll see why we keep them long now. Let's show some exercise.
All right, let's show some exercise. The one I do every day without fail is mid-back. This thing I really like how it feels. It's the best way for me. I don't like it on the low back. Generally, they don't recommend foam rolling your low back because it throws you into hyper arch lordosis, and it's not good for it. So basically, you got to get down on the floor here, and I did this morning already. And you're just going to go ahead and you're going to roll onto it like this.
There you go.
I got my hands across my chest like this.
And again, note, he's staying around the shoulder blade area, not going into that low back. It's aggressive to that. And I don't know. We just don't recommend it because it's typically not comfortable.
This softer 4-inch one, Brad, just really digs in on me. That's why, I don't know. This has become my favorite one. I like it. I like it a lot. Okay, we're going to talk about next about hamstring. How about that one, Brad?
Yeah, let's do the ham.
So I did this morning. I'm going to tell a story real quick, Brad. I don't bike very often.
You want people to leave?
Yeah, no, but I biked 2 days ago.
Oh, bicycle.
Yeah, bicycling. Mm-hmm. And whenever I bike for the first time, 2 days later, I'm getting DOMS, delayed onset muscle soreness.
Sore muscles, yeah.
And so that day, like I ran this morning, I struggled because my muscles are so sore. But I did this before, and I do believe it helped.
Sure.
I wasn't as sore. So again, you can work both hamstrings at the same time here, and then you can also put one on top like this and really focus on that one.
Yeah. So now he puts his right leg over the left leg. I don't know if you can see it clearly, but that really emphasizes the pressure on that left leg. You'll know exactly. And then notice how he has his hands on the back. He lifts his butt up into the air, and it really puts some nice strain on there.
Now, if you find a particularly tender spot, what you want to do is like, okay, here's a spot on my hamstring that's a little bit sore. So now I'm going to roll back and forth like this. This is a little bit different technique now. And this kind of gets the span of the muscle and works that area out. So, if you can work your way along here. I don't want you to spend a lot of time with this. And some recommend if you're a professional athlete, they actually do it before and after the performance.
Sure.
I just don't have time to do it afterwards. I do it before, or maybe if you're, don't want to do it before, maybe you do it after. But
right.
I know we're all busy, and I don't know that a lot of people have time to do both of them.
If you got a desk job and you got a 10-minute break, get your 6-inch roller, your 4-inch roller out, and that's a good time to do your mid back.
All right, I'm going to go ahead and do the calf muscles now. We're just moving it down. So you can see you can be efficient. You kind of go to the hamstring, to the calf. And again, I can roll back and forth like
Sure. Let's just put the 6-inch one there just so
Sure.
you can see. And that's going to be this is the black one, so it's more dense. It's more aggressive. Do you feel the difference?
Well, I'm going to be honest with you, Brad. I felt this one more because it digs in more on me.
Smaller diameter.
Yeah,
sure.
it's smaller diameter, and also because it's softer than this one.
Okay.
This one, that one I feel like it's doing a better job for
Okay.
me now. Now, the other thing that they recommend sometimes, and I never do this, but they said you can actually stretch the muscle different ways here. So basically, I'm pinning the muscle here, and now I'm dorsiflexing the ankle. So I'm stretching that calf in different ways here. So now I get to stretch it this way. And it's just something I never use. I don't think you use it either, Brad, do you?
No, but we did a little research, and some people recommend if you stretch the muscle and foam roll it at the same time, you'll get some good results.
Right.
So you're welcome to try that.
All right, Brad, why don't you show, you want to show quad?
Yes,
and
I
maybe
do.
Anterior tib
Yes, I do.
for shin splints.
I'm going to use the blue one over there because that was comfortable on that particular.
There's no doubt that this is probably one of the most critical stretches your foam rolling you're going to want to do for shin splints is, well, first he's doing quad.
Yeah, I'm going to do quad.
Okay.
So I'm doing both right now at the same time. And if I just roll over to one side, now I'm doing just my right quad. And you can see my elbows and my toe, and I'm actually adjusting the force on my quad because if I just took all the weight off, it would be a little too aggressive for me. And I can go to the IT band, up by the hip. I'll do it this way so you can see better. Of course, they may not want to see my mug. They probably should go this way so they don't have to look at that.
That's true. I think we'd all agree on that.
Now, the shin splints, if you're going to work we did a video on this.
Just did a video on this. It probably hasn't been up yet, but it'll be up soon.
Because there's two different types of shin splint. For the one type, you're going to go on top and do the anterior tibialis muscle like I'm doing right now. And this is really nice. I can control the pressure.
If you have shin splints or you're trying to prevent shin splints, this is without a doubt the one you want to do. This is definitely one you want to put into your repertoire, as they say, right, Brad?
Yeah.
Feel that one now. What, don't you agree with me, Brad?
No, I like the 6-inch one better.
Of course he won. Of course he won.
It's an individual thing, Bob. Actually, it depends on what.
I felt like this one dug in more.
Well, but if you did it with your anterior tib, it might be a different situation.
No, it might be.
Yeah,
he's true. He's telling the truth on that one.
But also with shin splints, you can do the calf because you want to get into that posterior tib.
Sure.
And oh boy, let me try that, Bob. I want to compare and contrast as well.
So again, he's got the 6-inch.
On this, it does feel better. You're right.
All right, I'm right on something.
You may want to have both the 6.
Mark it down. I was right on something.
There you go. And put a little highlighter on there. Okay, what's next?
All right, next one, Brad. We're going to go ahead and do. You did the potential fasciitis.
Yeah.
Okay. You can do chest, but it's a little bit awkward for that, isn't it?
You can do the lat.
Yeah, the lats are good for that.
The packet is pretty. You're kind of stretching it there, but this actually works pretty good.
Yeah.
And then you can bring it right down into tricep.
Yeah.
I don't know if they can hear me, Bob. I'm talking the wrong way.
I really don't use it for this. I do the chest a little bit, but I actually use a ball for that. I use this one right here. I use this ball, and it's a softball, and I put it up against the wall. I roll up against it, and it just works well posture-wise. It stretches these muscles out, so I'm not getting that rounded out shoulder. Brad, why don't we just show the final thing we're going to show is just how these things work well for stretching for overall posture.
Oh, yeah.
So,
when I like to do this particular stretch is after I'm done working out.
Right.
I'm kind of tired. I'm relaxed. And
take some deep breaths.
Yeah.
And it's just a great stretch to do. And that's where Brad and I are different because I do this one right when I'm stretching it, when I start stretching. Yeah,
okay,
before.
Yeah. So
look how he lines up his posture here.
If we had the camera and we could go from the top down, then you could see how that works. Bob, can you give me the little one? I want to compare the 6 to the 4.
So this is the 6-inch, and that's the soft one.
Okay.
So
see, that's too soft for me. I want the purple one.
So that's too soft for you.
Well, I'm just being honest, Bob. There.
So somebody asked Brad, will this help on lower back pain? Again, I would not use these for low back pain.
No.
It's just you're throwing your back into a hyper arch, and it's jamming those joints together for sets. And I just don't think it feels good.
Right.
So
it's just too aggressive. No.
do you have any questions, Liz? Do you see anybody with a question up
What
there?
about our giveaway?
Yeah, we're gonna do the giveaway anytime now.
Okay, I'll just hold your horses then. Guess I'm talking to myself. Anyways, let's see. Posture.
Okay, they wanted to show some exercise we did. So hi from London, hi from India.
Wonderful.
You guys got questions, go ahead and send it to us. Here we go, Brad.
Aha.
Which roller is best to use for my spondylolisthesis? We have an expert right here because Brad has spondylolisthesis. Why don't you show the roller, the stretch you do with it, where you lay on it with your pelvis?
Oh yeah, this is absolutely. You definitely do not want to roll on this on your lumbar spine if you got spondy, because it is not going to feel good.
I don't know if you caught that or not, but he's saying don't roll on your lumbar spine if you have spondy.
No.
But this is a stretch that he does that
Right.
you've learned to really like, right, Brad?
And if you can use this also if you have stenosis.
Spinal stenosis
Right.
is the other way. So he's putting this right underneath his pelvis.
Yeah, more towards the tailbone,
Yeah.
actually.
He's not going to roll it. No.
Yeah, and I'm not at all above my belt line, below the belt line, on the sacrum. And so then I got to just start like this. And you're only going to do this if it feels good. And right now I'm in heaven. It's stretching my low back, and I feel very
So he's
happy.
pulling one knee to the chest, and you probably go the other one too.
Yeah.
It just, for whatever reason, you found this from a course, right, Brad?
Right. This is from a low back course. And it was more for stenosis, but if you got spondylolisthesis, it's very likely that you have a component of stenosis in your back. And I roll it out like this, and it stretches that back, and it just does a wonderful job. Combine that with some core strengthening, and you're going to have some relief.
Liz, you got anything?
Someone had asked how you would use the foam roller for SI joint.
So didn't you have that one for? So the question is, how would you use a foam roller for the SI joint?
Well, I was just doing that today because I have a right SI issue, and this is.
So Brad's going to show for a right SI issue.
So I'm going to roll to the right. I'm controlling the weight with my arms or my right arm and my feet, and I'm going to roll right over that. I'm getting over that gluteus maximus a little bit, and I'm just rolling on there. And this feels really good.
I can see where that would work, Brad. It's actually might even be mobilizing the SI a little bit too.
Again, with the SI joint, if you're treating it right, it feels good right now.
Yeah, so don't be doing this and then you find out you get increased pain. Then it's not the right thing to do.
Right.
So
these are feel-good exercises, and that's why they're fun.
You got another one, Liz?
Somebody asked, how can you use these for your shoulder?
How can you use these for your shoulder?
Well, that's a good question. I don't use them for my
I
shoulder
don't either.
a lot.
I don't think it's a real big use for the shoulder, to be honest with you.
I'm trying to be creative and make something up, and I don't feel it. Yeah. It's something may come up in the future, but that's a good question.
Yeah, the only thing I would say about the shoulder is a lot of times one of the problems with the shoulder is that you are rounded out like this, and this can give you problems. So if you do foam roll the chest, this is a really good one too. This is going to help the shoulder by working on your posture, believe it or not. Because watch what happens here. If I got bad posture and I lift my arm, look how high it goes. That's it. I can't go any further. Straighten out my posture, it goes all the way up. So posture is a really big part of shoulder pain too.
Right.
You really want to make sure that it's keep it under control. Does foam rolling actually provide myofascial release? That's the big question, isn't it, Brett? That's controversial whether or not it releases myofascia or not. Right. A lot of people claim it does, but how do you study that even?
I think Bob and I treat very similar in the fact that we go by how the symptoms, how you respond to it. If you have positive response, you feel better, everything's getting better. That's where we're going.
Right. Let's take just a brief break right now, Brad, and let's give away a foam roller. Yeah. So we're going to give away one of these. So what? Unfortunately, we can only give one way on Facebook right now. The rules on YouTube are so arcane and.
Bob, be gentle.
All right. No, we love YouTube. It's just we don't want to get into trouble with YouTube. So if you're on Facebook right now, just in the comment section, type in yes, and we're gonna randomly pick one of those yeses, and you're gonna have to give us either an email or an address so we can get a hold of you to find out where to send this to.
We're gonna do that now?
Yeah, we're doing it right now.
So hold on. Suspense.
Yeah, we got to have some people. We're going to look at YouTube, but right now, if anybody's on Facebook, you got to type in yes.
Yes. Why yes?
What do you suggest for upper cross syndrome from working at a computer? Can't even lay on the floor. My head must be 3 to 4 inches off the.
Oh.
They have a back pod, foam roller, and so on. This is organic farmer.
With this?
Yeah, yeah, you could mention that, but he can't. He's just. Completely flexed. He's kind of locked into place. One thing is I would just keep working on it over time because when you are locked in place, it helps to stretch daily. Mm-hmm. And why don't you show that, Brad?
All right. They do make a half roll right here made specifically for if your head is flexed forward and contracted and tight that way. So if you're laying here, you have this gap and your head does not go down. It becomes very uncomfortable. You take this and it fits very nicely on the 6-inch roll, and then you have something to relax. Because if you're not relaxed while you're doing this, it won't be effective. So if that can allow you to relax, then things are going to work out. And eventually, hopefully we can take that out over time.
Any yeses over there? Oh, we are.
Uh-oh.
All right, well, good. Let's see. How long to foam roll in one area? That's kind of personal. I mean, I can kind of tell when the muscle starts to loosen up. And again, we're busy people, so
I'll do 15 seconds to a minute.
Yeah,
or longer.
That's usually what I do is about a minute.
Mm-hmm.
I just don't have time to go longer, and it does seem like a pretty good job after that time.
And once you start doing it, you will clearly know. I mean, your body's talking to you, and just gotta listen.
All right, Liz, we're going to have Liz pick a random winner on Facebook. So, Liz, tell us the name, and that person needs to send us an email or their address where to send the foam roller.
Right. We need to know where to send it.
So,
ready?
Yeah, we're ready.
All right.
Lay it on us.
Francis Owens.
Ta-da!
Ta-da! You have won, Francis.
Cornucopia.
So Francis, right now, if you could send us either an email where we can get a hold of you or your address, and then we'll go ahead and send one of these out to you. You should let us know. Do they want the soft one or maybe the just medium firmness? I guess.
Right.
It's
the
regular.
The purple one's a little firmer. This one's a little softer.
Yeah. So you show us also blue or purple. Purple's a little bit firmer. Blue is a little bit softer.
Yes.
Are we getting anything?
She said, "Oh my God."
Oh my God.
She sent her email.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah,
You might want to write that down, Liz, so that.
Yeah. Whoa.
Do you have any suggestions on how to deal with a wrist injury? Hard to do this with a sore wrist.
Well, it depends on the location. If it's in the bony aspect of the wrist, you may not be able to do much. But if the muscles here are tightened up in a relationship, you can foam roll those. Yeah.
Oh, you can actually do it on a table even.
Well, yeah. We don't have a table.
Yeah, I know, but
we could do it on this one.
Yeah. You can go ahead and foam roll and get the forearm. Now, if it's in the wrist itself, you need to get that wrist calmed down. And so you may want to wear a splint for a while or a brace to give yourself, let it calm down. Wouldn't you say, Brad?
Who knows what the problem really is.
Yeah.
It's hard to.
It's hard to help you on this one because there's so many issues. It could be arthritis. It could be overuse syndrome. But generally with arthritis and overuse, generally if you can give it a little rest. The other one is sometimes people sleep with their wrist bent at night.
Yeah.
So that's why a splint sometimes works at night even so that you make sure that you aren't bending that wrist all night long.
Keep it that neutral position so it allows it to heal faster.
Austin Ross says nobody has Facebook anymore. Well, we have about 35,000 people that disagree with that. So
it's still out there. Don't worry.
yeah, it's still out there. Someone has pain in both calves. Will this help me? The only thing that worries me when you have pain in both calves is that a circulation issue? I mean, are you walking and the pain gets worse?
Mm-hmm.
If it's not, then you want to make sure it's not varicose veins or something like that. There's not a medical reason. If it's just plain old soreness, it'll help. But if there's another medical reason, you want to make sure you have that checked out.
So if you were out running and you know it's just muscle soreness, but if it develops out of for no reason, you got sore calves, then it might be something you want to get checked with a doctor in case it's a DVT or
claudication. Claudication is when you walk along and the calves start getting sore because they're not getting enough blood flow.
Sure.
This is usually someone that's maybe a little older and maybe they don't have as much blood flow as they did when they're younger. So
right, a lot of times those people are aware of that, but be careful on that.
All right. Someone says they've been suffering from severely clenched upper back muscles when I'm at my desk.
Oh,
That's a posture issue. And the big thing with that, Brad, here we're going to hold on to that. You want to make sure that your posture, your setup is correct. So you don't want to make sure that your screen is high enough. On most of these people, the screen is going to be down here, and they're going to put their head down here, and they get rounded out. So get your screen raised up. If you're using a laptop, also you can put that on a platform and get an individual separate keyboard.
Yeah, a wireless keyboard. It really makes a big difference when you raise that screen and get the keyboard.
And that alone sometimes can take away that pain. The other one that works really well is to take a ball. You want to show that ball, Brad?
Yeah, these are things you can do right at work.
Just get a ball from the big box store and put it right behind your back like this, and you can do these stretches back like this. Yeah. This works fantastic because you can move it up and down, move it in different areas and such. So it's just an easy stretch to do and one you can do at work. I think, Brad,
they still can foam roll,
Yeah, they can still foam roll too.
And I would highly recommend that. And that's the one where you're going to need to go on the floor with this one. Carpeted floor works the best. And, roll like this. And I would, unless you really want to be aggressive, get the one that's a little softer, the blue colored one. I just like doing this one just because it feels good. That's why I did it. Well, plus I wanted to show you as well, of course. But yeah, and this I would suggest would really be a good advantage for you, the soft one.
Well, that person that was having pain in both calves is just 29 years old. Unlikely to be claudication.
Assuming they're a healthy 29.
Yeah.
Unless they have some other.
I could be just plain old soreness from walking, and then this should help.
Right.
So, all right, Brad, we're coming on 12 o'clock already here, so we gotta
get to work.
We gotta get to work. So, thanks for everybody for watching, and we'll see you. Are we not on live next week, Brad?
Yeah, next week we're on.
We're live next week. We'll see you then.
We're going fishing the next week.